Welcome to Nothing But Nets, and the Nets make some noise signing Summer League favorite Keon Johnson to a nice little 2-year deal. A 2-year deal that is partially guaranteed. The first year, and then the second year is a club option, a team option. So Keon Johnson, who's really impressed, is going to be a net for at least the season, locked up. I think there's a niche for him. I think there's a role for him. He was originally drafted in 2021. He was traded. He was drafted by the Knicks, and then traded for Quentin Grimes. So if my math is correct, he was drafted ahead of Cam Thomas, which is interesting. And now I do believe that he should be paired with Cam Thomas in the front court. I think ultimately, Schroeder should be traded if possible, whatever you can get from. I don't know what you can get for him. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of market with Schroeder. Schroeder didn't like himself and didn't want to take, left 80 million guaranteed on the table, which was interesting. But Keon Johnson, 6'5", combo guard, but who's really developed as a point guard. Remember, Keon Johnson had a 48-inch vertical. That ties a record. That's what Michael Jordan had. A 48. Vince Carter, to put that in reference, had a 46, and Zach LaVine had a 46. So this is a guy with unparalleled athleticism. He can also handle the ball. He averaged 5.8 dimes per game in the summer league. This is a good player all around. This may end up being a steal. And you can see Marks is trying to do, what he did back in the day with the old Nets. Keon Johnson is a good player. You can check out the highlights here. He can take the ball to the hole. He can score at all three levels. He can finish. He can get the N1. He can pull up in the mid-range, get to his spots. He can shoot the long ball. He can defend. And he's really going to help in the defensive versatility. He's an excellent defensive player. So he's going to help in that versatility. Their switch game is going to be good. The Nets aren't going to be good, but the switch game is going to be good. And what I like about what they're doing here is they're tanking the right way. They're tanking with pieces, Zaire Williams. They're getting good pieces to tank with. These are guys that they can develop, and the guys you want to get minutes. These aren't just guys you're going to throw away. These are guys that you want on the court, that you want to see them play. You want to see what they can do. And these are top-notch guys to do that with. Keon Johnson has tremendous upside. Like I said, he can play both guard positions. He can defend both guard positions. He can score all three ranges, mid-range, long range, and he can finish out the hole. So this is just a good player. And, good players are hard to come by. I do like the possibility of pairing him with Cam Thomas in the front court. I think that's a wise decision. I really do. Cam Thomas is obviously going to have defensive problems. Cam Thomas is obviously going to have defensive problems. He's not a good defender. He creates, mismatch problems. He's not good on switch defense. Now you have Keon Johnson, who's a great switch defender, a great athlete. He can guard both positions. Then you have Zaire Williams, who's great in the switch game. You have Nick Claxton, who's obviously maybe the best big man in the switch game. So it offers him a lot. He played last year. He played 5 games. He averaged 6.2 points per game on 38-40 shooting splits. If the knock on him is he can't shoot, which has been the knock on him, that doesn't seem to be a problem. In Long Island, he shot the ball well. He shot the ball well for the Nets last year. He shot the ball exceptionally well in the preseason, in the summer league. He's been the star of the summer league. There's no question about that. He's the only guy who wants to get into the mid-range and take it and create his own shot. He's been the king, and this kind of cements Gilyard's spot. Jacoby Gilyard's not going to get any burnout. I thought originally, a pure point guard can pass. I like the way he passes, but he's 5'8". That's obviously going to create some problems. Signing Keon Johnson here for the year most likely 2 years, is going to kind of dig Gilliard's grave to see if he gets any. Look, it's a long season, and anything can happen. But I can't see Gilliard getting any real moments. Simmons is going to play what he's going to play. Schroeder's going to play what he's going to play. Cam's going to get some burn at the point guard. Keon Johnson, I think, should be your starting point guard. It's just there's too many names. There's too many guys ahead of him. I think Gilliard is done, but this is a good option. This is a really, really good option. He looks like a real one. Like I said, great athleticism. He can shoot. So that was the knock on him. I don't think that's something you need to worry about. He's been knocking down shots all summer league. He knocked down shots last year in his very limited time. There goes my microphone. He played 40 games the year before with Portland, so he's gotten some burn before. 22 years old. He's still very young. He's still developing. This is a guy that I think can not just contribute, but I think he can carve out a role. I think he can be your starting point guard for at least this year. And, moving forward, he could be that dude. The athleticism reminds you of Gerald Green. He's not as tall as Green, I think, who was 6'7", but that's the kind of athlete that he is, and he can shoot well. If the knock, like I said, is that he can't shoot. It's not the case. Marks has done a good job with this, and I've been critical of Marks. I think Marks has made horrible mistakes. I think he's held on to guys like Cam Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith way too long, but he's done a good job with this, and he deserves credit where credit is due. Now, is Keon Johnson going to be a superstar? No, but he could be a good NBA player, and this could, like when he got Joe Harris off the scrap heap, when he got Dinwiddie off the scrap heap. Were these superstars? But these are guys you want on your team. And these are guys who contributed to the NBA teams for years. And I think that's the kind of contribution that you can get here with Keon Johnson. So net fans should be excited. You got another good piece. You got Zaire Williams yesterday, which is a great piece defensively. You got Keon Johnson, which I think is a great piece offensively and defensively. He can handle the ball. He can run the point. He can play the two. He can defend both positions. Tremendous athlete. He can finish at the hole. Crazy bounce. And he can shoot the ball. Nets should be excited about this. Net fans should be excited about this. If you've watched the Summer League, there's one more game tomorrow. I'm recording this on July 20th. It'll air tomorrow, July 21st. But he's got crazy bounce. He's been an excellent point guard. He's been a lot of fun to watch. I'm not sure if they're going to play him anymore in the Summer League. He is signed, so I don't know what that means. I'd like to see him again. I haven't got any announcement on this, but it is a 2-year deal. It's partially guaranteed. The second year is a club option. So that's the news on Keon Johnson. Please like, share, and subscribe. Nothing But Nets podcast is coming. It's a daily podcast. We're going to try to give you daily content. Almost every single day, we're going to come at you with content. It's for the Brooklyn Nets hardcore. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. From Texas to the world, thank you. God bless.